Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee for a very early episode of our daily stock market insights. And time now is around 1:22 in the morning of June 10th. So this is a pre-open stock market analysis, and I will prioritize the requests that you guys did from the previous video, and this one is from, okay, I'll just read through them. Okay, Len Ram said, thanks Miss Jaydee, always looking forward for your analysis and learning a lot. Can you add pure gold? Okay, pure gold. Rufina said, Miss Jaydee, I got SECB today at 92.5 as per your recommendation. So let us see. Okay, so sometimes pullback will happen, right? But overall, like what I mentioned, SECB is really giving us that promising outlook, right? Because the risk to reward ratio is really looking promising. But we'll look at that as well. Mama Bull, I was able to visit your channel, by the way, Mama Bull Peppa Bear pre-market plan. And by the way, guys, they also have a channel and are reviewing stocks. I think not just in the Philippine market, but in the U.S. market as well. So my go-to channel when it comes to Philippine market. Thanks, Miss JD. There you go. So try to check out their channel as well. JT, okay, there. He said, "You're welcome po, ma'am." Ayun. So, um, then I use Investagrams there, I said. And ICT for Dilma and Genesis CREIT. I think CIL is CLI now. Maybe. Okay, we'll just check CLI then. Alright, so these are the comments that you guys posted from the previous video, and I will prioritize your requests. But for now, let's check out our index. Okay, so the index is obviously respecting our MA20 line, as well as this channel that we have plotted previously. I think I did it something like this. Okay, so still on the, taking its sweet time recovering to the upside for our index over here. So most likely it will just respect this kind of movement in the next few days. All right, so chances are we might see the same movement for our blue chip companies. Now let's talk about pure gold first. Pure gold still doing sideways, as you can see right here. Your MA20 line is being respected, and coming from a highly volatile setup over here, we're now down to this uh, view. When a stock goes sideways, chances are the Bollinger Band becomes constricted. It becomes small. The opening right here becomes smaller and smaller. So that's the next possible move in the coming days. Chances are it will even go even smaller. There you go. So at this point, see that your volume is still flat as well. That means it's not really creating that buzz in the market. Investors are just staying chill. But in the event the volume starts to spike up and price is also moving to the upside, then chances are it's one way or the other. It sometimes starts with that volume by, with a few investors really creating that hype, and then eventually price and other investors will show interest in this stock. But at this point, those are our requirements. We want the green candlestick to come out, good volume to start coming out. As you can see right here, volume is still flat. So those are the things that we want to look forward to. We want as we go higher and higher, we want it to trigger the upper Bollinger Band, because once it does that, then chances are there will be a continuation in that direction. But overall, if you're to look at it in long term, you are already at, let me see if this is the cheapest level that we have. Yeah, for quite some time now we have 2020. Actually, Pure Gold at the height of the pandemic before, back in March 2020, this stock has been moving bullish. There's a bullish movement for this stock, right? So I think this is done with its upward trend, but it's now back to the previous levels. It's now back at the cheaper area for long-term investors. Guys, this is for long-term investors. Well, actually, if you're a position trader or you do intraday trades, this is still very attractive setup because it's already at a cheaper level. Imagine this price dropped here almost at the same area and your RSI story already starting to move higher, meaning the buying sentiment is starting to be formed. But let us see. On a daily chart, you have that still flat. So that is the reason why I'm saying that we could be in this kind of setup in an extended period of time. So support is 33.15. Next stock is SECB. Tingnan natin if there's progress. Okay. This is just normal, guys. 2 days of significant gain. You have a slight pullback, and what's nice here is that it did not even break the MA20 line, so chances are it will just stabilize at the 91 level, 91.77 level before it continues to move up. That this is a nice move. At least when it dips in the coming days, it's not going to be drastically going to go down because on the way up, there are some days where it pulls back at a tolerable level and then continues to move up again. So support right here is at around 91.77. Next stock is, let's see, ICT. ICT is really for long term. When there's a pullback, this is actually going to be your opportunity to buy more. Right now, there's foreign selling. Let's see where it could be. Oh, on a weekly chart. After a long time, guys, notice this is the first time it has dropped, and 3.79 is already huge, you know. So let the stock go through its course. It's pulling back after it since 2020 it has been moving to the upside non-stop. Pullbacks happen, but tolerable levels. But this is the first time that on a weekly chart we've seen this cross the MA20 line. So I'd say stay on the sidelines for now because probably our investors are locking in their profit after how many years? What, 2 years of holding on to their positions. So chances are we could still experience some more pullbacks. Right, next levels would be here and then over here. Ang lalapit nila very near each other. But by the way, I'm looking at a weekly chart. So it might continue to drop in the next few weeks. I'm using a weekly chart. So this is 1 week worth of performance. If this will continue to drop, then chances are the next week we will have some form of continuation. It consistently gives 2021, 2022, 2021. Ilang beses siya nagbibigay? Parang two times, no? Three times. One, two, three, four. Around 4 pesos. Liit lang. Pero at least, bullish pa rin siya talaga. It's just that it's right now this is the opportunity for those long-term investors. Inaabangan nila to for sure. That if it goes down, they will just find the support level, support areas, and then sila papasok ulit. But let it go through its course. People are profitable, they're locking in gains. So just wait for the perfect timing. Normally maganda pag if it drops, it stays there for a few days or sideways muna siya. The sideways would be your decision making period until such time we see nice volume coming out, engulfing, green engulfing stick comes out, yun ang mga triggers mo to make a decision or to make the move. But for now, wait and see ka muna. CREIT. Okay. It retested. Nag-recover siya, but it retested the support again. So as you can see on a weekly chart, it's now back at its lowest levels. So if you go back to the daily, ayan, bumabalik siya from 259, it's going back here again, but your RSI is already moving up. We also have dividend schedule, June 24 release. I personally have a position right here, pero nasa 2 dito yata 2.17, medyo mataas. Okay lang. Anyway, I'm after the compensation I receive on a regular basis for CREIT. If I have extra funds, I'll try to catch it at the bottom again. Hopefully, this is the bottom kasi nagdo-double bottom na siya. And bullish divergence is there. So let's see. But for now, that is a support area. It's an area, guys, so baka medyo mas mababa pa. Yan, anywhere between that and 247, that's your support level. Next stock, CLI. CLI, ayan. This is currently sitting at a resistance area. No volume as of yet, pero pag the moment it crosses the MA20 line, it ends above the MA20 line, posibleng breakout play yan of you're breaking out of the MA20 level. Maganda yan pag if you're already moving above the MA20 line, chances are it will just continue to move up and start to trigger the upper Bollinger Band. Pero again, if it doesn't have much volume, chances are movements to the upside are not sustained. It will really go back again and again. So, yun ang aabangan natin. Wait for it to break out of the MA20 line before you take action kasi chances are, baka naman, babalik pa siya dito again. Ayan, 256. So, I'll just repeat. Wait for it to break out of 270. Allow one candlestick to end above the MA20 line before you can make a decision. Otherwise, abangan mo siya sa 256. Okay, so let's check out the other stocks. SMPH kaya. Si SMPH, guys. I'll try to recall what I said, but I'm sure I mentioned something about this level as a resistance area. So, ito, ganito na lang gawin natin. This is your channel, right? That's your channel. It is currently following that channel. This is your support. This is your resistance. Iikot at iikot siya dyan. And then, chances are, pag na-break niya yan, breakout play would be somewhere at above the 40 peso level. So, posibleng magta-touch pa ulit dito. Although, you already have a wick right here. So, but then again, conservatively speaking, I am still respecting this line as our ascending support. It's creating, in the short term, higher highs and higher lows. So, still, for those people who are interested to, continue their accumulation or they want to accumulate more in SMPH, just try to get in as near as you can to the MA20 line. But at the moment, your resistance level in the short term is somewhere around the 40 peso area. Next is BDO. BDO, yan. Consistent at giving out the dividend. But right now, we're moving more on a sideways direction, and support is currently at 127.84. Always, have some blue chip companies in your portfolio, and I strongly recommend companies like BDO, MBT. ICT is also nice kaso medyo expensive siya, but what I mentioned earlier, allow the stock to go through its course. It's currently in that phase where people are taking profit. Abangan natin siya pag mag-bounce siya malapit sa support. So those are the things that I really wanna recommend. Have you diversify. Kung may bank ka na, try to choose the best bank Then if you want to add real estate in your portfolio, choose the best real estate that you have strong conviction in, so that if in case it drops, hindi ka mag-worry too much. Uh, so one, you have diversified your portfolio into the different industries. Choose the best in those industries. Yon. And if you're like me, I would prefer mid to long term investing. So I don't really mind if it is going to, uh, fluctuate, but really best if you're holding a stock for long term, choose naman those stocks that give compensation for holding onto their positions or your positions. Mga dividend paying stocks, maganda rin yan. At least while waiting for the stock to perform, capital gains, right? While you're waiting in that area, you're also compensated by holding on to it. You're being paid with the amount of time spent, or yeah, holding on to your position. There you go. So those are my 2 cents in this journey. So feel free to drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And I wish you luck. It's a Friday. Be extra careful. It's profit taking day for some of the stocks. But if you're long term holders, wala lang. Don't do anything if it's not moving in your favor. Okay, for now, thanks for watching and bye bye.